I'm going to show you some of the things that are here in our Stanley County Margaret Johnston's library. Now you must remember that the main emphasis first is Stanley County, then North Carolina. However, we do have things from the adjoining states. Okay, so as we come over here, on the bottom shelf are some of the books of some of the churches. Some of the things you can find in that are baptisms. And remember, I said in some cases it lists the parents' names. That's that link that you're really looking for. It may have some of the tombstone records. All right, we come on back down, and here's general information. Here are Albemarle city directories. So if you wanted to know where someone was living at a certain time, you might want to do the city directories. The next down here are family books. And these are books that are written about Stanley County people and some of the adjoining counties. Be careful about these books. Some of these are strictly, my dad was, with no documents. So some of them are very well documented, some of them are not. So remember that family books are clues. Then you need to go ahead and document all that. Here is coming on here, the census books. Okay, wait a minute, did I come too far? All of the census books, here we go, starting in here. And these are the census books for all of most of North Carolina by the years. You've got some like this one, which is North Carolina census for 1790 for the entire state. So maybe you are looking for a person in North Carolina, but you don't know what county they're in. You might want to look at that. Yes, these are all on Ancestry and Heritage Quest. However, it's still nice at times to be able to look into a book. And so as you come down here, we can usually tell which ones, okay, these are alphabetically. And remember I said that for Stanley County, 1820 census does not exist. So you have one book which is 1800, 1810, 1830, and 1840 and obviously it's not going to be Stanley County, it's going to be Montgomery County, because Stanley was made out of Montgomery County. Okay, so coming on down, this is where we start some of our other states. We have quite a bit on Virginia, and you'll find different things on Virginia. There's some here, Pennsylvania. There's what we've got here. This is the Mayflower Index. This is passenger and migration lists. These are things to help you find where they came in. All right, Virginia and Maryland. And then you've got Virginia over here. Now this is where we start the North Carolina. And part of the library is still Dewey Decimal with the number, but when you get to North Carolina, these are done alphabetically by counties. So of course, Anson County being an A is one of the first ones, and then coming on around. We're looking at Stanley County. Stanley County is here, and it's here. Now, Stanley County was created in 1841. So remember, at that point, who was it made by? It was made by Montgomery County. Alphabetically, we've got Montgomery County right down here. Mecklenburg, Montgomery County. Montgomery County was created in 1779, so it's from Anson County. So we would have to go then to Anson County for earlier records. Anson County was made out of Bladen. So you have to know when your county was made and who it was made out of. So at that point, you are walking through the books that are available. What is available? Well, we've got court records. Prior to the Civil War, we had pleas and quarters courts. Today that would be civil court. But believe you me, you don't find the information in civil court that you do in pleas and quarters. They about told everything. And so some of those you can find court records, you can find marriage records, death records. A lot of times it would be so-and-so died in a certain period of time, and that would give you some idea of the death. Remember, pleas and quarters. Quarters, 4, so that court met every 4 months. If you had a person, say they did a will in June, but it was probated in the following January, then you knew that that person died between the time that the will was written and within 3 months prior to that court record, because that's when they went to court to declare that person deceased to start with the estate. There's a lot of cemetery books. Many of the cemetery books have been photographed and all kinds of information about that. So here's some of your cemetery records, court records. You've got the Heritage Book, which can give you some clues. Remember, once again, that is written about families. And so it's got clues. So there's all kinds of records. We have this, we only have here the first will book of Stanley County. If you need the second will book, then you'll probably have to go either to the microfilm or to the courthouse. Next to the North Carolina records are the South Carolina records. There are a lot of books here on South Carolina. So if you're working on South Carolina, you'll find quite a bit. Then coming on, we have some for Georgia, for Tennessee, for Arkansas, but not as many, because the main emphasis here is Stanley County and North Carolina. Coming on down here are the Revolutionary records. Many of these records here are what you will find in the archives, the pay vouchers, the different things for the Revolutionary War. And here's more on the Revolutionary War. There's quite a little bit here that you'll find that. Here's a real good book. These are Abercrombie and Stanton. These are records for Virginia, for the records up there of the Revolutionary War. Over here we have the family folders, the vertical files. And these are locked, so you'll need to talk with the director for this to have them given to you. Here are records of different families. I know, like the Allman, there's 2 big fat records. He will give you one at a time. You can take them to the desk. You can look at them. Over here are the copying machines. The copies are 10 cents a piece. Please copy them. Please leave the folders the way you found them, because other people have left material in there for you, and hopefully you'll leave it for the next person. This could be called the catch-all, because for some families there will be a lot of material. Other families there may just be 1 or 2 pieces. So you never can tell, but maybe there's an obituary, and the obituaries can tell who the parents are, the brothers and sisters. So sometimes obituaries can be very, very helpful. So after, and as I say, this pretty much what we wanted to do was to show you what's here in Stanley County. These are the maps here. You need to many times have an atlas, because you need to know where the name of these places are, how to find them. And so there's large maps here of the different, many of them, North Carolina especially. After you've finished here at the library, Then go to the courthouse. Now, what are you going to find at the courthouse? You're going to find marriage, birth, death records, wills, deeds. For an organization, you only need a copy. The copies at the courthouse are 1/4. So if you were going to join one of the lineage societies, whether it be Sons of American Revolution, whether it be Daughters of American Revolution, Sons of Confederacy, then you need copies of these records, and not certified. So the copies are only 1/4. Okay, so at that point, we pretty well have covered the library. Have we helped you to get started? Remember, genealogy is one of the fastest growing adult hobbies. It is not status, it is not money, it is not education. It is you, it is your family. So please let us know how we can help you. Remember, we are in the Margaret, Johnston, the library here in Stanley County. We are being sponsored by the Stanley County Historical Society. They are housed here, they have an office here, and they're the ones that are in charge of the 2 historical homes. So we thank you for your time, and please let us know how we can help you with your family search.